And now, Your Highness, we will discuss the location of your hidden rebel base.
You may fire when ready.
If you only knew the power of the dark side, they would be honored if you would join.
Don't worry, Arthur. We're going.
I feel the Force.
Force will be with you always.
Hey, welcome back to Blah Wars. How you doing, Jude?
Yeah, all right. You good?
Yeah, good, thank you, man. So, hope you enjoyed our first episode last week. Hey, he's got party poppers everywhere. This is
Populate.
great. Here we go.
Well, that was a dud.
Misfire.
Pretty much what
Still in
happened.
there.
I don't know. Just get a new party
Pretty,
popper.
I don't know where they are.
Oh, over there.
Pretty
Forget
much
it.
what
Forget it.
happened.
It's a dud. It's a party popper that didn't work.
Dud punchline, mate. Here we go. We've got more. Get your audio files.
Yeah, enjoy that in your ears.
Oh, just showered, made a mess of the studio, home studio. There's confetti in my water.
Yeah.
It's going well.
If you're wondering why we're doing that, it's because we just launched our first ever bloody podcast.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going all right. We've got about 5 hits, so chuff.
5 plays. Not
5
bad.
plays.
No,
yeah.
a bit more plays than that, and we're pretty happy with it. Thank you for listening. If you've listened,
Yeah.
If you haven't listened, you can go back and listen to episode 1. But it's just an intro, really. It's got some good moments.
I mean, hashtag video man is all I'm getting sent to me via emails,
Yeah.
WhatsApp, you name it.
I've been thinking
whip
about
it
the
out
video
in
man.
Woolworths.
You know, the video man with his van. I reckon he had on the side of his van, video man and amateur gynecologist. Because I reckon he was. Your mum was very colourful, basically.
Oh, mate, leave my mum out of these podcasts. Just name him Jude's mum.
I put it on the iTunes description.
No,
I
you
put not safe for work and not safe for your mum.
Not safe for your mum. Brilliant.
He must have seen your mum coming. I want to talk about the new hot off the press.
Right, yeah, this is the reason for it. So last time we promised you, fucking hell, John. Last time we promised you a few commentaries. Now we've recorded one that's definitely coming, but yesterday, Vanity Fair released a couple of, sort of shots really for the upcoming The Last Jedi film.
This is good stuff. I mean, they've just had this kind of exclusive, which is photos from The Last Jedi, and for the first time, names of certain cast members and everything like that.
Yeah.
So we now know the name of the characters played by Benicio del Toro and Laura Dern,
DJ, and a few planets as well.
Yeah, that's right. So we got a lot more information. I saw the filming pictures a couple of it feels like a year ago now, of the casino planet, and me and you both agreed it looked like a
Doctor Who.
It looked like kind of Doctor Who quality. I mean, and that's not a positive thing. But, it looked like just all these people in suits.
It did look weird, and it was shot in
masks.
Dubrovnik as well in Croatia. And I went to Dubrovnik about 3 months before that happened.
Right.
And I'll admit, it felt a bit... It did feel like a film set.
Right.
I'll be honest. When you're there, it feels a little contrived. It doesn't feel... I don't mean that in a nasty way.
No.
It just feels very touristy, like a tourist trap.
Yeah.
So I can understand why it's almost like a sort of a plastic film set vibe. But yeah, no, I'm really excited to see what that is and how that plays.
It'd be
into
weird going to a place you already been to. Seeing a place you've been to.
Well, yeah,
and
that's the thing.
Like when we saw Rogue One, we got the Jubilee
shot.
line.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Which, of course, if you didn't know that, Canary Wharf station was used for a couple of shots on Scarab.
I hope it doesn't take us out of the film. I mean, if you've been there, it's going to be a bit jarring, maybe. But with blue screen and all that, they might be able to.
We're actually not that far away from where they filmed the Rebel base scenes for The Force Awakens.
That's right.
It's just an airfield.
Yeah.
An old RAF silo thing for storing missiles.
We're going to go break in.
I think
check it out.
I think we might want to jump the fence.
Jump the fence.
Do
check
a little
it out.
bit of a little tour.
Yeah, it'd be good.
And record it. Why not?
Yeah.
Get that released.
Maybe save up and go to Skellig Michael as well next
Yeah,
year.
then that would be so good. I don't think they're going to let you on that island though. I'm pretty sure because of the birds. I don't know if you can get up and wander around it.
No, of
can
course.
you? Best
Probably
off just
not.
nicking
I
a
mean-
boat and just doing it yourself. Don't ask anyone's permission. Just get over there on the slide, bribe a fisherman, brown one in the top pocket, and
Brown what?
A brown one.
Brown one?
50.
What, are you going to slide your ass? Yeah.
Bribe a fisherman to take you. We're having a look at these lovely photos now.
Yeah, shall we start from the top? So we're on vanityfair.com. We're just
but-
looking through
yeah.
the photos. But what we'll do is we'll
This is
just start
great
from the...
for an audio podcast.
Yeah,
We'll go for it.
yeah.
You can,
We'll
you can
describe
read
them.
along with us in your
Yeah,
book.
we'll
You'll know when to
describe-
turn the page when Jude farts.
Oh, mate, come on. Right, let's get on with it.
Okay.
So we got we got Ray and Luke just staring at the camera.
Yeah.
Well, Luke isn't.
Ray is wearing exactly the same clothes she was wearing at the end of
She's wearing those weird arm
Force
things that kind of look like
Awakens.
bandages or something. I don't know. And she's wearing Uggs.
Loves
by
a
the looks of it.
bandage. Ray.
She's wearing Uggs.
Yeah, she is. She looks like she stuck her feet into some like soggy Cornish pasties. You know what I mean? Made like a kind of rudimentary shoe. I want to know where Luke Skywalker goes for a shit on that island because
There's the
it looks
toilet behind
pretty. Is that what it is?
him. Luke behind him.
It looks pretty remote.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moss. I really like the
What's
look
he
of the
eating?
place though.
What's he eating?
Probably the slime growing on the rocks or something like that.
I mean, it's an old Jedi temple. That's the whole point, right? That's it
Is
looks
that true?
Well, I'd assume so. Oh, yeah, it is.
Thing, we
That's
can't.
the
Are we
hand-
going to discuss spoilers? Because
No, we're not
the thing
gonna
is, I
discuss
don't want to know
spoilers.
anything about the new movie really, and unfortunately, I've agreed to do a Star Wars podcast.
Yeah, but this is we're not going. We're not. There's no spoilers in this. We're just looking at photos.
That's
and,
right.
And
These are just what are they? Promotional.
promotional shots. They're not giving
Yeah.
anything away.
It's like
We're
when they
just
made
kind
Empire
of
Strikes Back
guessing.
and they took all those pictures of everybody posing with guns in
well,
a
exactly,
base.
precisely.
Yeah.
But look, we know this guy. We know Luke Skywalker's been on Act 2. We know. I think
Is it called Act 2?
Act 2. Yeah.
R2, Act 2.
R2 Act 2. I think
Admiral
it's Act 2.
Act 2.
Please, let's Google that because I'm going to sound like a bell end if it comes off.
think it's
All
called
the Star
Act
Wars
2.
fans say, no, it's not. You know, but anyway, no, I'm sure Han Solo says in The Force Awakens he went looking for the Last Jedi temple or something.
Right, yeah, he does.
Yeah,
He does say that.
so we know that, and we know he's there.
I knew him.
I mean, the speculation around what he's doing there. You know, again, we won't discuss that because we don't want to. Well, you don't want to.
I don't want
Basically,
to.
John doesn't want to, so we're not allowed. It's on lockdown. But let's just look at the photos again. But
Yeah.
you can get a little glimpse behind Luke's.
He's wearing the same shoes
Cloak
he was
there.
wearing in A New Hope there.
It is. He's going for the whole white grey thing. Ooh,
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Very Gandalf.
Why has Ray still got that stick?
I don't know.
What's she do with that stick?
Beats people up with it.
Yeah, but it's
we
crap. You've
saw.
got a bloody lightsaber and a gun. You don't need a stick.
Well, there's pictures of her with a lightsaber, but she presents the lightsaber to Luke at the end of the film, so presumably he just
She
says...
got it. She got it. That's a gun hanging down from her.
Yeah, that is. She's got it in her bag,
Yeah.
I reckon. But there are pictures here of her. So we're going to move on to the next picture, unless you've finished with that one.
Yeah, done with that.
I love the little building, though. I mean, they are real, though. They were actually
They're old
there.
monks'
They're old
buildings,
monks.
right? Yeah.
Minks?
Minx building.
Right, here she goes. So she's got Luke's lightsaber.
So the
there.
next picture, she's got. Well, it's her lightsaber now, mate.
So it's officially hers.
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah,
Kylo Ren wants it back.
fingers a
road
little
bit.
bit too close to the blade there for my liking. That must be burning. But she looks like
Yeah.
she's running, looking where she's going there, mate, rather than doing anything.
Well,
in
that's
particular.
not obviously a shot from the film, is it? That is actually a setup for
I know,
a
I
photo,
know, but it's
publicity
just a
photo.
bit shit.
Okay, not much we can say about this one.
No, she's a
But
babe.
interesting enough, I was watching Rear Window yesterday.
Oh yeah.
There's a scene in there where Jeremy Stewart, who we mentioned in another podcast, James Stewart has a flashball in his hand, and he was
I'm looking at a book called Where Did It All Go Right? That's not the DVD.
by Andrew Collins. That's a good
Yeah.
book, that one. He has a flashbulb, and he's using it to stun, to blind a man coming into the house trying to kill him. And the flashbulb is basically the lightsaber.
Is it?
Prop. Yeah, it's all made from camera props. If you check it out,
Right, okay.
Luke's lightsaber is basically a flash bulb handle. But
check
yeah, the
that
exact
shizzle
one you
out.
can see in the film
Rear Window.
Rear Window.
Awesome.
All right, cool. So we're going to go on to
There's not much we can say about that. Like you
picture
said.
3.
Oh, there's a video.
Cool video. I've not seen
Yeah.
this, but we can play that later.
So we're back in the Falcon,
Right.
in the cockpit. Chewie's
Is
there.
it me or is the Falcon cockpit massive now?
It looks big. That bit of window at the top there,
Is that missing?
that looks like it's missing. Is that new? Is it always been there?
I don't remember the Falcon window looking like that.
Where's the dice?
Yeah, where's Hans' lucky dice?
Well, he probably lost them.
Where's
That's why
the
he ran
set
out of luck
dresser?
last time.
Yeah.
She's don't know what she's doing there.
I don't know. Chewie looks weird.
Well, he's not played by
Yeah, different eyes, isn't it?
It's a
Different actor
different
now.
eyes.
Who's the new actor?
actor
should
is
say-
Jonas Tomato. Tomato. Jonas the Tomato.
Jonas Tomato. All
Yeah.
right, I say tomato, you say tomato.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, it's a shame Peter Mayhew can't do it anymore.
It's a beautiful shot though.
If he's sitting down, presumably Peter Mayhew is absolutely okay with that, sitting down for the Chewbacca shots. Because you know about
Well,
the
that's what
Darth
he did.
Vader thing.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
that was I assume. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, with
Darth Vader, Dave Prowse only played Darth Vader basically.
Pointing
He was
and
pointing
standing.
and standing still. And everyone else was.
But I
playing
assume that's why
different shots.
Chewbacca got injured in the last film. So there was just a bunch of shots of Chewie laying down injured in the Falcon. So Peter Mayhew could just
You mean they wrote
act
that in?
him out. Well,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I think.
We're not being nasty to Peter, obviously here, but he's not a young man, is he? I've met him.
No, he's a nice-
But he
nice
doesn't want to be dressed as a gorilla running around all the time with a walking stick.
walking carpet.
Yeah, a walking carpet, because he does need a stick to walk now, and Chewie obviously doesn't.
I think it's the right decision, to be honest, mate.
Yeah, it
You know,
makes sense.
it makes sense.
If you're a masked
Integrity of the
character
body.
in a film, you can't expect to have eternal life. You will be replaced.
Yeah, of
I mean,
course.
in Rogue One, they had like 4 people playing Vader.
Well, he's
didn't they?
bloody, how old's Chewbacca? 250 odd years old.
Yeah, he's
So he
very,
needs
very
to-
old.
You know, what's the life expectancy of a bloody Wookiee?
I don't know. No idea. That's a good one.
Long time. A long time.
Long
If anyone
time
knows
ago.
that and wants to, have we got a Twitter yet? We haven't got a Twitter.
We have got a Twitter.
Have we?
We're on Twitter.
Oh, tell us what the address is.
Blah Wars.
Is that it?
That's it.
At Blah Wars.
At Blah Wars.
If you know the life expectancy of a Wookiee, tweet us at Blah
Or
Wars.
just do it on Instagram. if you
Yeah,
want.
or
just comment
Instagram.
on this episode's thing.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, make sure you review us as well on iTunes. Just popping that in there.
Do you know what I love about
Falcon
this
looks
shot, though?
massive,
Do you know what I love? Yeah, but I reckon it's because it's a shot of the cockpit in daylight. We usually see that shot of that cockpit at night time. Well, in space.
Yeah.
So it's dark because you don't get all that detail.
That's true.
Like those coloured buttons there.
I looked at that and thought, oh, you know what? That's the new crew, isn't it? It's the adventures of
She's doing two
Ray and Chewie
well,
now.
I think she's doing 2 jobs there. She's filling in for Solo, and she's kind of the new Luke Skywalker. I mean, who is she? That's another question.
Yeah.
But we won't go into that because you don't want to. I don't want to have to console you if we're going to start.
I don't mind debate, but I just don't want. My worry is that you already know because you've read the script or something like that.
No,
You've
I
spoiled it
don't.
for yourself, and you're
I
going to
kinda-
spoil it for
I
our
kinda
millions
did
of
that
listeners.
with,
our millions of listeners.
I kind of did that with
Force Awakens. Yeah, I knew
but-
too much and ruined it for myself.
Yeah, no. Honestly, on this one, I've kind of kept myself on lockdown. I haven't clicked on any links. Haven't clicked on anything on Facebook.
Yeah.
So this is all going to be fresh and quite exciting actually when we go to I said theatre last time, but cinema
Yeah.
in December. It's going to be good. So on to the
Yeah.
next
Where are we going to be,
photo.
mate? Leicester Square.
Well, we're going to have to. We saw Rogue One there together, didn't we? There was that bloke, wasn't there? On the he was playing the piano. Or
Yeah, that was good fun actually. Before Rogue One started, this geezer was on a massive organ. He was playing dun 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 dun.
and he sinks into the ground. I was worried that it was going to be a black and white version.
Yeah,
It's like a silent film.
It felt like something from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I was expecting Munchkins to come running on, but
He was bloody loving that shit, wasn't he?
yeah, he was having a great time.
Waving as he sunk into the
Everyone
floor.
cheered, and everyone was cheering as he went down.
Oh,
They knew the
it
film
was-
was going to start.
Well, yeah.
Do you remember this man with massive hair came in and sat right in front of
And
me?
he went, oh, for fuck's sake. And I just sunk into my seat going, I don't want to be a part of this. And
Literally,
he turned
like
round
5
and
minutes before the film starts, this guy came in with this enormous head.
Well,
Like,
he was massive
Yeah.
anyway. He was a tall bloke.
But I think he had like a tall haircut like Marge Simpson, didn't he?
Basically, yeah, I mean, the Marge Simpson-esque as well, it was massive. It was huge.
Yeah.
And
Didn't we have a go at him?
Well, you bloody did. I didn't.
How dare you come to the cinema with your head?
You pretty much said that. I mean, it was a bit. Yeah, it was that. It was that bit. I mean,
How dare you
I
have
could
the
feel you-
audacity to sit in front of me?
I could feel you getting more and more wound up, and I was going, I'm just going to eat my popcorn in silence and pretend this isn't happening. I could see you fidgeting, and it got to. I thought you were going to slap him in the back of the head at one point. And then you went, I'm not going to say what you said, but you went, massive head. Fancy comes to the cinema with a head like that. It's what you said. And he turned around and he went, I can't believe you're being so rude. And I literally put the bucket of popcorn on my head and apologised profusely. I look like such a dickhead. Because you just sat there in defiance. Oh, God.
And then, he left.
He left.
He never came back. I think he went and found a different seat. Bless
Well,
him.
I'll tell you what, if you're thinking about going to was it the Odeon in Leicester Square?
Yeah, just go on the balcony. Do not sit on the ground floor because it's all the same level.
We'll give the bloody dates out. So if you're going on the same date as me and John, make sure we'll give the seat numbers
We're going
out
to buy
as well.
the seats in front of us as well when we go.
Don't
We'll have the
come
whole
because
fucking aisle clear.
This rude bastard will be slagging you right off.
Yeah.
Unless you're a midget.
I can't
in which
stand
case
that at
fill
the
your
cinema
boots.
though. I think the correct term is dwarf, mate, or little person.
I apologise. I didn't.
All right.
Okay, moving on.
We're moving on
Right.
swiftly. Talking of midgets, we've got
BB-8.
BB-8. No, he's not.
Is there a person shoved in the ball, or is it all robotic?
I think it's Warwick Davis all rolled up. Have you seen Hook, where the kid rolls down the... Yeah. It's not a robot, it's Warwick Davis rolling around in there.
Like a hamster on a hamster wheel. Okay.
He's doing so fucking well, isn't he?
Mate, he's smashing it.
He's
He's a lovely
absolutely-
bloke as well.
He's laughing all the way to the bank.
Have you met him?
Yeah, I saw him. Well, I haven't physically spoken to him. I've seen him on his little... what's it called? What's that thing called you stand on? It's got wheels. Segway.
Segway.
Was it Star Wars Celebration in London?
Yeah.
To last year, the one you were supposed to go to.
Well, why didn't I go? I was in
You wheeled
Mauritius,
around.
that's why.
That's it, yeah.
I was on holiday, so
On
I was
holiday.
Mauritius or celebration.
Okay, so
Third picture. Is this the third picture? It's fourth picture.
this is cool one. So it's two, obviously two different shots, right?
So we've got Carrie Fisher, right?
Carrie Fisher,
She looks
late Carrie
beautiful.
Fisher.
She's wearing some proper gown there, because in the Force Awakens she was wearing some sort of army.
Yeah, she
She's like
looks really
general.
kind of looks really militant. Here, she looks more like she's going to a funeral.
Well, this is,
That
I
could be
think she
appropriate.
goes to that ball or wherever it is on that new planet.
Okay,
You know,
cool.
it looks like a similar sort of dress.
Yeah.
It's just on that point, there's a prequel feel to the clothes in this. Sort of Naboo, almost Naboo. It's that sort of really regal
aristocracy type thing.
Everything's silk and big collars, and
It looks like an enormous amount of wealth.
even the
wherever
jewellery.
they're
She's
going.
wearing the jewellery on her right hand there.
Yeah.
The wrist and the ring. You know what's going on there. We've not really seen Leia in this.
Never
type
seen her
of
dressed up
clothes.
this much. I mean, obviously you're used to seeing her in white, aren't you? Always, and
Yeah.
she's in dark here. That
Yeah.
could be something to do with the death of Han Solo. Who knows?
Might be his funeral.
Could be.
Well,
That's what.
maybe
That's
not.
what. If Mr. Wake, he wants it at a casino because he was a gambler.
Yeah,
Makes sense, doesn't
yeah,
it?
It does.
Makes sense.
It does.
So
BB-8's looking cool. I love BB-8. He was probably the highlight.
Yeah, he really
the last
made
one.
it so much personality.
Yeah.
Considering it's just a little ball with
Yeah.
a wobbly head, and cool. Finn's got some nice trousers on.
Yeah, I was just saying the new navy blue trousers. He's
Navy
looking
blue
a bit
trousers.
Han Solo.
Well, obviously, he's alive and well, and he's fine. He's standing up fine, right?
I assume the
I
film
don't know what the
starts
extent
and
of
he's
his
still.
injuries are.
Yeah, he's
The
still.
woman does say to Ray at the end of The Force Awakens, he's going to be all right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
she has
I'd
to go.
like to see these two team up a little bit more. I kind of felt like Poe was a little
He was
isolated.
absent in that film a
He was
lot.
on his own, wasn't he? And I kind of want to see him integrate more into the trio. Well, there's no trio yet.
No,
No.
it's true.
I mean, if anyone's going to be isolated, it'd probably be Ray.
Well, the
gonna
trio
be-
is Ray, isn't it? It's Ray, Poe, and Finn. That's
Yeah.
the trio.
But they've
new
not been
trio.
together. It's not like
No,
like
they've
in
not.
A New Hope where Solo, Chewie, Luke, rescue the princess.
No, that's
and
right.
they're running
And then-
around for a good part of
Yeah.
the film as a band of
That's right. They all become friends because of the circumstances.
yeah.
They start off
Whereas,
not friends.
whereas
obviously,
Poe's
yeah.
kind of
Friends right from the start.
Who's Ray? and then we've got Rosie. Is it? She calls her
Yeah.
Rose.
Rose Tico. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct.
Yeah.
I don't know what her character is called though.
She's Kelly Marie Tran.
Oh, sorry. The actress is Kelly Marie Tran. Sorry, yeah.
The,
The character is Rose Tico.
Yeah.
Cool.
She looks
a rebel.
badass. She looks fun. She looks like she's
First Asian character in Star Wars. First, like major Asian character in Star Wars. Thinking about the prequels here. but
Rogue One.
You've seen
Rogue One.
Oh, true. Yeah, a couple in there. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
But it's good. It's
About fucking time.
well, yeah, about time, mate.
Yeah.
But she looks fun. She looks like she's cheeky. She's
Tough
got
little
cheeky.
cookie.
Yeah, tough little cookie.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. So
Right.
this to me looks like some sort of Caravaggio painting. So this is the one where they're all dressed up in their ball gowns and their evening dinner suits, and I mean we've got some sort of horse alien in the background. That woman there, is that a human or an alien?
He's pointing to a woman. Are you talking about the little woman?
The little woman.
She looks like she's got no arms, but she's probably
Or
got her
neck.
arms in. Yeah, all massive pearl necklace.
She's got a heck.
Yeah, weird headdress thing on as well. It looks a bit like a weird Oscars ceremony when everyone dresses up. You know, there's some weird aliens here. There's like
They're
a
all
man that
new.
looks like a kind of horse thing.
They're all new. I mean, it's a beautiful.
That looks straight out of Doctor Who.
It does, doesn't it? Melt face at the back there. She looks like a marshmallow's been melted.
It looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters has been.
So
sort of-
then you got this guy here to the right of her or the left of her.
Yeah, do you remember that picture came out from Maz Kanata's castle and all the weird aliens in that?
yeah.
And it's like this again, isn't it? It's a little glimpse into that.
What's that little
Well,
dude? down-
there's a bloke sat on the floor. He's a special effects designer.
So
isn't he?
yeah,
I've forgotten his name.
I think so.
What's his name? Hold on, it'll stay down here. Neil Scanlon.
I just thought it was a bloke that had just rocked up and snuck into the photo. to be
No,
honest.
Neil Scanlon's holding what looks like kind of like the baby from Eraserhead. If you've ever seen that movie, it looks like a slug.
It's weird. It looks.
With little curly hands. It does look very Doctor Who.
It's dressed up
Like
as well.
modern Doctor Who. You know, in modern Doctor Who, all the monsters look really rubbery. They did in the
Yeah.
old one too, to be fair.
Well, I mean, it's Doctor Who's.
Doctor Who.
Doctor
These
Who.
do look like they've literally walked out of BBC Wales.
Yeah, but that's what they did in some of the old films. I mean, who's it? Is it Bosk? He's wearing the same uniform.
Yeah, did you know about this? This is an amazing fact. So, obviously, the bounty hunter Bosk, you see briefly in Empire Strikes Back on the deck of Vader's Star Destroyer when he has the little assembly of bounty hunters. Bosk, his costume is exactly the same. Like every single accessory is exactly the same as a costume worn in a Doctor Who called The Wheel in Space from like 1968.
Fact.
Absolutely off the peg costume. It's like they went into the old BBC costume department, saw that, and they went,
That'll do.
"That'll do. We'll just stick monster arms and a rubber mask on that, and done. And monster feet. Yeah, amazing.
Factoid
Yeah,
from John.
cool. Maybe we should put a picture of that somewhere on our Instagram, perhaps,
we
so
will.
that people
But it's
can see.
that little weird thing, yeah, the animatronic thing down there. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like a goldfish with legs. A little piranha or something. But he looks like he's dressed up. He looks like he's there to be taken seriously. And a diplomat or something. I don't know who.
I hope he
these
doesn't have a
people are.
speaking part.
I don't think it's a casino.
It does.
Way
It's
too
like,
smart.
It's like a. Yeah, this is going to be fun. It's going to be like the cantina scene all over again, isn't it? With all
I
the
hope
weird
so.
aliens and
I hope
things.
it's not like that scene in Attack of the Clones where they go to the bloody greasy spoon.
Oh, the diner in
Yeah, the
space.
diner.
American graffiti style diner in space.
Yeah. Hello, old friend.
Obi-Wan!
What's that guy called? Like Four Arms or something?
Oh God. Oh, come to me. Name escapes me.
Yeah. And there's like a really sassy robot. There's like got a little metal mini skirt on. What the fuck was he thinking?
It is the worst film.
We'll talk about that when we get to that commentary, though. We're
Anyway.
gonna slay that fucking film.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you say that you've been. If you go to our Instagram page, in the last podcast, you went, "I hate the prequels. I hate them. I haven't even got the box set. I don't like them in my house." You've been posting all kinds of prequel nonsense on the.
Have I?
Yeah, Bibble.
Yeah, but I'm taking the piss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think a communications disruption could mean
It was a good
shit
quote
broadband.
for someone that hasn't got the films. You
I
quoted
just remember that line because it's
Right.
like the invasion.
All right, I woke up to Bibbles on my face.
Yeah,
this morning.
Bibble. Not many people know who Bibble is. Check him out. And obviously that's that
Episode one
hashtag
again.
has got some irrelevant stuff attached to it as well. But okay, let's have a look. Oh, there's some real creepy ones on this page. So this is the next one.
Well, that one looks like an anus. To be an anus with 4 eyes.
Yeah, that
Look, the sarlacc. bit.
tarantula-looking thing does look a bit. This
So
one's
it's
got
all
dog
look
shit all
weird.
over her head. See that? Load of dog turds for hair.
Oh, mate.
And
well, that one's got. It's like a Halloween Marge Simpson.
yeah, very Bride of Dracula looking.
It's really weird. Everyone's in black and white, so it's either a dinner or a
Some
funeral.
sort of ball, isn't it? Got
A ball.
A ball, you know, like a party.
That thing.
No one's wearing a top hat.
So right in the middle, well, not in the middle, but in the middle, you've got a woman wearing some sort of black and white swirly
Yeah.
number, and then to her left, our right, you've got this massive round head. It looks like a big nipple with eyes.
It looks a bit like a fish in some ways.
Everything. These aliens look serious. They don't look fun.
Yeah.
They all look like quite serious.
I reckon you're only going to see these on screen for in background shots.
Yeah, like
These are extras. Let's
Maz's
face it,
Castle, right?
Yeah, Maz's Castle. But there'll be a lot to look at. This film's going to look visually very rich.
Yeah.
I think. Right, we're onto the picture now of our favourites, R2. Anthony Daniels there with his head off. Look, he's got his gold arm back, and Anthony Daniels, I must say, looks absolutely chuffed to be
Back
in
in
another
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars film. He's got a beaming glare.
He'll never smile.
Yeah, he looks so pissed off.
He looks knackered.
He looks like he's absolutely fed up. Just give me the check and I'll go home, kind of thing. It's pretty good though. The suit's looking better now. Now with its gold arm back intact.
It still looks a little rubbery for me.
Yeah, a bit
does.
plasticky.
It does.
Yeah.
Um,
R2's pretty beat up. I
Well,
mean,
he's
he's all kind of grubby looking.
He's been rotting.
Didn't they clean him up under that blanket? So he's going to be on the island with Luke, isn't he, and Ray?
Well, I heard this. So,
Well, he was at the end of the film.
Ryan Johnson phoned JJ
Yeah.
Abrams up, and he said, "I need to make a change to The Force Awakens." And he went, "Go on, mate." He went, "You know, BB-8 goes to the island at the end of the film." He goes, "Yeah." He went, "No, we need to swap the droids. It needs
Right.
to be R2."
Okay.
So they reshot that,
Right.
or rewrote it, whatever they did.
There's a reason
But
for that, obviously.
There's a reason for it, but Ryan Johnson had a massive influence on
the ending.
on the end of that of The Force Awakens. So
Cool.
it makes sense. It makes sense.
It's nice to reunite Luke and R2 because R2's really fond of Luke, isn't he?
Yeah, and
they have
also-
a really sweet relationship.
It wouldn't make sense for BB-8 to suddenly be Rey's droid because she's Pose.
She's Pose, yeah.
Well, is BB-8 a girl? Probably. She's Pose. So
Is BB-8 a girl? If you know the answer to that one, everyone says him though.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
But
It's a bloody droid.
It doesn't matter. It's a droid. Is C-3PO a girl? Yes. That's the answer to that one. Nice smooth area at the front there.
Yeah, it's smooth as a bonnet of a Porsche. So, yeah.
Okay, that's an
asexual.
interesting fact about R2D2.
Yeah, so I hope I didn't spoil that for anyone.
No.
Right, next one. So we got a lovely shot. It's black
Lovely.
and
This
white.
is really good, this one. So it's the first time.
So what we got?
I
We
think
got
this is the first time
Kathleen
we've seen
Kennedy.
Luke Skywalker and Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher in their characters
together
in costume.
That must mean they meet up. Well, hopefully they
I
meet
really hope they do.
It'd be lovely to see them together again, one last time, of course.
Yeah, Luke's wearing a cool black glove there. That is
Yeah.
almost like Vader's glove. Yeah, I'm not saying it is. That obviously got burnt with him. But
It'd be nice if he just nicked it from Memento.
Yeah, two little dogs on the floor there. They must be Carrie's, surely.
Yeah.
Looks
like everyone's getting on.
Oh no, Hamill's dog.
Wow.
Hamill's daughter's dog, Millie. That's that
there
little
you go.
cute one.
There you go.
Yeah, nice. And there's director Ryan Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy.
having a lovely.
What is that
chin
thing
wag.
behind them then? Is that a ship?
That looks like some sort of rebel transporter ship. Does it say? Does it say?
No.
No. I mean,
Not
again,
revealing that much.
speculation.
Yeah.
Speculation.
He looks really cool in that outfit with the hair length, and all that. Germans don't wear very practical clothing. I was thinking when I was...
But this is the thing. So
Remembering
it's
some of
like
that.
in Jedi, he's wearing all black, and
Yeah.
he looks like he can kick a lot of arse in that.
I like the way the flap on his little top comes down and it's very light.
Yeah,
And
well, it's
kind of a
revealing that he's-
contrast
Yeah.
from dark side to light side. Yeah.
But yeah, like you say, it's very again prequel era with the gowns.
Yeah.
Your favourite.
Loads of robes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Robe one. That should be.
Robe
quite
One.
good if you
That's
wanna
what they
call it
should call the Obi-Wan standalone films.
Yeah.
Robe One. Robe One. That's a
Okay.
nice shot of Carrie and his.
Yeah, this
and her
is the
daughter.
one that I really stopped and looked at properly. So this is Billy Lord, which is Carrie's daughter, and obviously I don't know her character's name in the film. No, I can't remember. She had a very minor role in The Force Awakens.
Yeah,
A
she's,
really sweet shot of her before she died.
I think, to be honest, it's just a lovely shot.
Do you think they're going to do anything with her character in the third film, or this film? Do you think she's going to have a stronger role? Do you think she's going to become more of a leader?
I'd see her as more as a sort of Wedge Antilles sort of level of character,
Right.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So she might have a speaking part in this one.
Okay.
Possibly. She didn't in the last one. She just sort
She
of
didn't say any lines at all.
Well, she just stood in the background, didn't she?
Oh.
Just staring,
Yeah, I guess
maybe
so.
pointing at screens and whatnot.
Yeah.
But look, I mean, what can you say about this shot apart from it's
It's beautiful.
it's a beautiful shot and one I'm sure Billy will treasure for the rest of her
Yeah.
life. And then we go on into this shot. So this is Mark and Carrie doing the sort of a hug.
Very similar to the photo that was taken when they were promoting.
Yeah.
Star
Where he's got
Wars.
his lightsaber across both of them, sort of protecting.
Yeah, he's holding his lightsaber out, turned off, and he's got like a black top on that he didn't wear in the film. Even
Yeah,
that's quite
a
cool.
bit weird, wasn't it? But I love this shot. There's a real genuine sort of friendship and bond between them that you can just
Yeah.
see etched over their faces. It's really natural. It's not contrived. Everything about this shot.
I wanted to see this in Force Awakens, but we never did we?
No, we didn't. Well, hopefully we'll. I mean, that's the thing. We'll never see the original three together
know.
again, ever.
Yeah,
Think of that.
it's a real shame. It is.
Well, this podcast has taken a blow.
Yeah, downer. Well, it's a sad thing. People die and characters get written off.
Okay, so this shot here. This is a new character, and she looks like a major character in this film.
Yeah.
So this is
Laura Dern.
This is Laura
from
Dern.
Jurassic Park and loads of.
I bet people just go up to her face and do that.
Oh, Mr. Grant, was what she says. Oh, Mr. Hammer, we're gonna be like a business. That big hand comes down. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
She's
She's
this
sweaty
dark.
and she's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just weird. It's just weird. Women take over the world, or whatever she says.
She's not putting her hands in piles of shit this time. She's really good in. I tell you what, if you want to see her, a great movie, Wild at Heart, David Lynch film
Never
with
seen it.
Nick Cage, and who's the villain in that? Willem Dafoe. Oh, check it out. She's amazing in that. It's really good.
She
so
looks
she
good.
plays
She looks good in that. She looks good in that.
Vice Admiral Amelin Holdo.
I think she's
newcomer.
with again no spoilers here, but word on the street is she's sort of going head to head with Leia.
Really?
There's going to be some sort of fight action going on.
A little bitch
not-
fight.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah,
kind of,
loving the hair. Do you know what this reminds me of though? It reminds me of what's the cat?
My nan used to have hair like that in the
Blue
early
rinse.
90s. A blue rinse.
Blue rinse.
Yeah.
No, it reminds me of the Katniss Everdeen thing. What's that crap called?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, God, what's it called? That shitty trilogy that came out.
What's it called? Send in your send in
it's
your
not
text.
Twilight. I'd never watched that. What's the film? People screaming at me on the other side of the podcast.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate. We've got the internet,
Katniss Everdeen. That thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
You do. Look it up. Just put in Katniss Everdeen in Google now. He's looking. I'll probably remember what it's called.
Katniss
Yeah.
Everdeen.
Yeah. What's it called?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
Bloody hell! What's wrong with me?
Okay.
Yeah. No. The fashion of the people that really,
Yeah.
it looks like that. That's what it's starting to remind me of, and I'm going.
You ever watched the show Bar Bar when you were a kid? About
that
the
weird hippo. Oh, it's the
no, it's a load of elephants in the house. That is the old lady from Bar Bar.
I can't remember.
She comes in at the beginning and she gets a book down from the shelf and she reads a load of elephants a story. Why is an old woman living with a load of elephants?
Do you think that's a crossover? Do you think
I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
there's a load of elephants, so they're wearing clothes, they live in a fucking mansion. Okay, one of them wears a fucking crown. And there's an old lady there
And that bird.
makes tea.
And Laura's
and
there
reads-
making tea and reading
Laura
books.
Dern from The Last Jedi.
And the
And the other thing is about this film, right? We won't be able to Star Wars, Empire, Jedi. That's how you.
Yeah, we won't be able to say
We won't be able
Jedi.
to say Jedi anymore because there'll be 2 Jedis, and you'll go, which one?
You go the last
Last
Jedi.
It would be called Last. Right, cool. This is Benicio del Toro. Is that how you pronounce it? It's Benicio.
He
isn't it?
looks. Do you know what? Star Wars has needed a character like this.
He was
for
in
a
Guardians of the
bloody
Galaxy,
long
though, wasn't he?
time. He was.
He's
He was the
some
guy
sort
at
of
the
like guy with silver eyes
That's
or
it, yeah.
silver hair or something like that. Yeah.
This is
He
a cool
looks
shot.
cool.
The set looks sick. The set looks amazing.
Yeah.
The
he's in like a
detail.
dirty old leather duster.
He looks.
Burberry trench.
He looks like he's going to kick a load of arse. He looks like
He's got a gun on his hip. Got a ring.
mate,
Big old ring.
He looks like a rogue.
Yeah.
He does.
He looks like a new Han Solo.
I'd love him to be Ezra from
Do you
Rebels.
think he's going to be a baddie or a goodie? Or should he be a completely neutral character? Like,
well, I think he's going to be
both.
a sort of Lando character.
Right.
Sort of. You
Can't really trust the
you
guy.
can't trust him. He looks like he's in it for himself. You what?
I was going to say that's racist.
You can't touch him.
Trust him.
Trust him, right? Okay, yeah, no, but he's. God knows. I don't know anymore. I don't know where this conversation.
They said he's a shady character, so
he does look shady. He's in it for
he's the
himself.
real Slim Shady.
I love his collar. I love his.
You know what he looks like? He looks like he's walked off the set of Blade Runner there.
He does actually.
Cool. That's the character I'm really most looking forward to at this new movie, really. Well, actually, to be able to
DJ
hear
is called.
Luke Skywalker speak would be nice as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Kylo Ren is Adam Driver, of course. He's got a lovely scar down his face from his fight with...
Well, they've shifted the skull, haven't they?
Have they?
Yeah. If you look at if you stop the scene
Yeah.
in
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens, it
Yeah.
goes right over his nose and in the middle of his forehead and up.
Right.
From his neck all the way through, up, and it just looks weird.
Okay.
But in this, what they've done is they've shifted it, and I think Ryan Johnson again said, "No, I moved it for aesthetic reasons." So what they've done is they've pulled it over to the left a little bit more, the right a little bit more, over the eye, just
Yeah.
above the eyebrow.
Okay.
It does look better.
Not much of a change, but it's still a scar on his face, right?
He must be livid. Must be livid.
Yeah, he strikes me as quite a vain person, Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I reckon he's probably furious that he's got a big cut down his face now. But he looks otherwise okay. He hasn't got any metal limbs or
I've
anything
got
like
a
that.
theory. I've got a theory that I want to bring up. I'm sorry.
His legs are very far apart. He's doing a He-Man. By the power of Grayskull.
Grayskull, yeah. No, it does look awkward. It looks proper awkward there. But
I have the power.
this is what happens. He just suddenly, out of nowhere, just throws out an impression, and I love it. That's why I like hanging around with John. It's great fun. But listen to my theory.
Sorry.
Stop it. Go back to the photo.
Stop ruining Bond. Yeah.
I reckon his lightsaber is so broken, not because it's ancient. I've got a feeling it's a part of kyber crystal from Vader's lightsaber.
That's a nice idea.
I think what happened was Luke Skywalker took Vader down to Endor, burnt him, and we know Kylo's got his burnt mask. don't we?
Vader's
was-
lightsaber went over the edge into the Death Star, though,
Did it?
didn't it? With Vader's
bollocks.
hands.
Theory debunked, everyone.
Cool. That's a little. I'm going to sound effect that up.
Yeah,
It will
please
sound
do.
amazing in post.
Jude sounds like a bellend. Hashtag.
Okay. Here it is another lovely photo. Well, Captain Phasma's looking real shiny.
I hope she
She's
walks
got a
around.
helmet off.
Yeah, I hope she walks around like that a little bit more.
What, with a
Helmet
mask off?
Yeah.
Be good to see her unmasked.
Yeah. What's
Who
that?
gave you permission to take your helmet off?
Yeah, exactly, bitch.
I shall say.
So there you go. The scar in full whack there. You can see it's over there.
It's not as prominent.
Well, this
in
is
the
the
long
thing. So
shot.
there must be some time for that thing to heal, unless he's been in a back to tank for.
Because this takes place right after the film,
Well, this
right?
is the thing. So when you get into the film and you've got the scroll, you've got the yellow scroll. What are they
Yeah.
going to say?
There's loads more information, apparently.
Oh, really?
There's loads more background information, stuff that was not going on in The Force Awakens, which was happening in the background, that they're going to tell you. So
Right.
there'll be loads of more information. It'll be political stuff. It'll obviously mention about the Republic's been
embargoes
destroyed.
again.
They'll mention about confusion and stuff in the galaxy. They'll probably mention about another the third party that wasn't involved in The Force Awakens.
Well, hopefully, because I was worried that
paying
we'd go.
attention.
You saw what happened in the last one. Star Wars.
Yeah.
Done. Straight down. One sentence.
Yeah.
And then straight back to Luke.
Yeah.
Standing there.
It'll be fine. They'll pad that out. 3 paragraphs. I'm sure they can come up with
I
something.
hate Hux.
I do too.
Pointless
Very annoying character. Very. I found him very frustrating in the Force Awakens. I didn't think he was. You know, when he has his screaming moment.
It's the Jar Jar.
Destroy the
It's the
planet!
Jar Jar Binks of this trilogy. Pointless.
I don't think he's that bad. but
is.
He's a bit shouty. He has kind of like 2 tones, isn't he? Pissed off and shouty, and he has the. He's got a sort of sense of Peter Cushing, like a poor man's Peter Cushing.
Yeah.
I don't really.
That's what he's trying to do.
Don't really
isn't it?
want it. He's an equal, isn't he? To there's a rivalry between the two of them.
I mean,
Kylo Ren.
yeah, I've not read all the Aftermath stuff yet. I'll be honest. I tried
get
to
the
read it and
sense
it was
that
cack,
both
but
of
I don't
them
know
are-
where he comes in.
Right.
I
Okay.
don't know what his background is. Where he's been growing these troopers since they were boys. Apparently, he's a boy himself. He looks the same bloody age as Finn. What's going on?
I don't think he was grown, was he?
Well, he's not grown. He's not like
He was
a clone.
abducted from his family.
Yeah, and then he's been like training them. Since
Yeah,
he was
brainwashing, conditioning.
since they were kids.
Yeah.
Because you can see in The Force Awakens, they've got the hologram of Finn's face when he was a younger lad,
Yeah.
and but he's a young bloke himself. Like, what's he been doing?
I don't know.
It's just
he's very,
weird.
very
I
young.
just think
he's in an incredible position of power
for that
for
age,
someone so young. Yeah, that's what I think.
they needed a bit more of an older figure. I reckon.
I felt so too. There must be old.
Glad we agree.
There must be old Imperial General. It would have been cool, right, for some of the old school faces from the original Star Wars films, the Imperial side, having
Yeah.
roles in the Force
What,
Awakens,
like just
in the First
CGI'd
Order
or something?
No,
Like,
no,
just
no,
really old?
no. The actual actors,
Are they still on?
like General Veers, for example, played by Julian Glover.
Didn't he die though?
No, well, in a deleted scene he dies, but you don't know that he didn't die on screen.
Yeah.
And just one of the old faces would have been cool. I thought the
Yeah.
old Imperial officers.
Well, I love that in Rogue One when they reused some of that old footage, the discarded
good.
footage. I mean, I was not expecting that.
No.
And it was
got
it was
real
really
squeals of excitement for everybody.
well, you were giggling like a little girl.
I was. And then I looked down and I was wearing a dress and I was a little girl.
With an erection.
It'd have one. I was sat next to you, wasn't I? Squeezing
Yeah.
your leg.
I know you
during
were.
the Rogue One.
Well, when
So-
Darth Vader came up, you looked at me and I thought, and then he spat on my face.
Did
And
I?
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. He's doing disgusting things now. Oh, you annoyed to see that
That's
Captain
it.
Phasma's back in it after being so
She
grossly
was
underused.
crap.
She was crap in that
She
film.
was crap.
Sorry.
Clearly-
Not the actress, just, nothing against Gwendolyn Christie, just...
just
they made the
pointless.
typical mistake of hyping up a character, thinking it's going to be the next Boba Fett, and she had like 3 lines.
Well, that's the
or
point
something.
of Boba Fett. He wasn't hyped up in the first place. He's
He
a
wasn't hyped
mysterious
up.
guy.
The only reason kids got really excited about Boba Fett, right, was because they gave him away as a free figure early. So you can get hold of, when The Empire Strikes Back was coming out, if you saved up all these coupons on the back of the Star Wars figure boxes, sent them away, you got this Boba Fett figure free in the post. So everybody got hold of this Boba Fett's new character early. And because he looked so cool, everybody was excited for him. And he's had such a minor role in the film, but he's like immediately, you know...
Glorified.
Yeah. They hyped her up. I hope they do something with her in this one.
I just wanted to be a bit more bad, basically. I wanted to kick some ass. I wanted to just do something amazing because, yeah, like you say, she was hyped up and then easily kidnapped and easily manipulated.
Yeah, yeah.
And it shows how much loyalty she actually had to the First Order because he shoved a gun up her bucket, not like that, and went, do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do it. Right, I think we should wrap this up.
Yeah, so they're the...
You've heard us chatting enough.
They're the
What more
pictures.
do you want? Look, if you enjoy this podcast, it'd be really cool if you could just pop on to iTunes and write a little review. If you didn't enjoy this podcast,
Write a little review.
write a little review.
Yeah.
Just some sort of reviews would be really handy for us, thanks. And yeah, subscribe to us on Instagram, and Instagram's probably the best thing to subscribe to us on. Everyone's on that now, aren't they? We've got a Facebook page yet?
Working on it.
Working on it.
We got full-time jobs, man. We're doing this in our own time.
Yeah, we are busy people. We're very busy people. We've got some Blah Wars t-shirts.
We have. Yeah.
I ordered 4 mediums, received 4 larges, so I'm going to be complaining. So maybe we may be giving away the 4 larges as prizes. So
Yeah. If you need a new duvet,
Christmas stuff,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
and then if you want, we'll send them off maybe, but we'll figure that one out.
Okay.
Well, you're going to Comic Con, aren't you?
I'm going to be at London Film and Comic Con in July. I'm not signing there, obviously. I'm just going to be there as a guest. But maybe I'll wear my shirt, and then if you see me, come up to me, say hi, and maybe I'll give you a t-shirt. Maybe I won't.
Maybe you won't. It depends how generous he's feeling on the day. Whether he got the autographs he wanted.
I'll do a selfie if you want.
You're not famous at all, John.
I'm not famous. Thing is that I'm not famous at all. I don't
There's
believe
no
I am for a
selfies.
moment.
There's no selfie. There's no need
If
for
you see
selfie.
our podcast name on my shirt, then you know it's me.
Yeah.
You know, you can come up and say hi.
Yeah, do
Hi,
it.
you must be Jude. I'll be like, no,
I'm the good-looking one.
I'm the one
I've
with
got hair. I'm a slaphead.
Yeah, well, so's the video, man.
Yeah,
So-
what exactly?
All right. It's genetic. Okay. Have a good time, everybody. May the force be with you. And join us next week because we're doing A New Hope, a commentary. Oh, yeah.